Rising Faith Forever tarot readings. One sec. I think my camera's a little crooked. There you go. So hi, welcome. Thank you for subscribing, commenting, and liking. Thank you for any shares. Sorry, there's like something on this chair. It's a feather. It's a feather pillows and it just stabbed me. Make a wish. Okay, let's get started, Earth signs. We're going to start with Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. Okay, so I'm just going to do my little get started ritual here. I will timestamp these. Light some sage. So I have Virgo in my moon. So my moon is influenced by the sign of Virgo. Or the sign of Virgo is influenced by the moon. For me on my birth chart. Okay, so just gonna smudge cleanse. Justice popped out again today. It's on the bottom of the deck for the fire signs. Okay. going to do Growth and Release, 3-card spread with clarifying cards, and a Starseed, in the Starseed Oracle deck. So we're going to do 3 of them, or one Starseed, sorry, and 3 cards spread for Growth and Release with clarifying cards in the tarot deck. So you guys still feeling nice and relaxed? That's good. Just going to give the deck a good shuffle. Time stamped for 7 minutes in. Hi, Taurus. How are Taurus? How is Taurus today? We're going to do a 3-card Growth and Release spread with 1 Starseed card and some clarifying cards from the tarot deck. This is the Steampunk Tarot by Barbara Moore. So this is going to be a Growth and Release reading for Taurus for the month of January 2022. Growth and Release for their highest good for Taurus. Please and thank you. Oh, one of my hairs is being shoveled in with the deck. Excuse me. Oh, it's taking a while to get a card. Come on, Taurus, Growth and Release. Oh, I have a frog in my throat. Sorry about that. Growth and Release for Taurus, January 2022, the highest good. There we are. And a Starseed for Taurus 2022 January Growth and Release, their highest good. Double mission, light worker, starseed, serve the world by being you. It's a beautiful card, Taurus. It's like these bubbles of ideas. And these bubbles of energy and ideas come from the universe, the cosmos. Double mission, light worker, starseed, serve the world by being you. That's such a good card for you, Taurus. I feel like as an earth sign, you're very grounded. You have a good sense of self. You know what you can do. Alright, so let's get started. So for your need-to-know position, we have the Wheel of Fortune, and that's a major arcana card. The Wheel of Fortune, it's like we want it to spin and land on the winning thing. Like, you know those lottery wheels? It's like you want it to land on the jackpot. The Wheel of Fortune. The dices are rattling. Snake eyes or lucky 7? Ah, that is the question. It is always the question. A random occurrence is at hand. Okay, so this card is a heads up. We could say it's a warning, but that implies something bad or unlucky. And the wheel can bring good and lucky events as well. It tells you to take notice. You can glean a bit more of the direction of the wheel by the surrounding cards and the question. Cards that suggest a happy situation suggest that things will change for the better, even if there's no no logical reason to think so. And vice versa. The wheel with the Ace of Pentacles is often a very lucky combination. Okay, and we have the Two of Pentacles in growing. So the twos again represent duality, balance, and relationship choices. So there's a growing need with duality, balance, relationships, and choices. And the Two of Pentacles. So you've been doing a balancing act for quite some time now, Taurus. Now this isn't going to resonate with every Taurus. I think I can, I think I can, I think I can. Maintaining balance. Do you really need to do everything you think or feel you need to do? It is a perceived need, not necessarily a real need. Do a quick reality check in your life. She feels she needs to do this. Determining what must be balanced brings up another important question. The water over which she rides so fiercely is to be considered. Water represents emotion, and the presence of this water creates the need picture here. So, take some time out, Taurus. Like, get back to yourself. Make sure that wheel is spinning in an upward direction. Like, make sure it's doing the best for you. It's not a broken wheel going backwards, landing on all the things we don't want. So make sure you're you're working on your inner happiness, your inner peace. Sometimes we can't control outside circumstances, but we can control how we feel about them. And what we allow, our emotion rules the body. Like anything we feel affects the body. So be careful how you're allowing your stress and these the world to kind of weigh you down. Kind of allow yourself to be light and happy so the wheel spins smoothly and in the direction you want. And we have another major arcana in the let go position of judgment. So maybe people or you are letting go of judgment. Judgment, when the music beats to the rhythm of your heart and echoes the melody of your soul, you can only ignore it for so long, hearing and heeding a call. Here's the secret of this card. You already know what you are supposed to do. If you are honest with yourself, it will be very clear. When this card calls to you in a reading, it is a clear sign that yes, you should do whatever it is that you have been thinking of doing. So I'd let go of the things that you're balancing that are taking time away from heeding this judgment call, this call where it's you know what it is for yourself, Taurus. But let's get some clarifying cards here. So give me something on the Wheel of Fortune, please. Something on the Wheel of Fortune for Taurus. Something on the Wheel of Fortune for Taurus. Well, I've got Seven of Swords and the Chariot popped out. The Seven of Swords is some sort of, I'll just go with both of them for that one. So you're obviously needing to leave a comfort zone. You know where you must go, what you must do because of the Chariot. The Chariot is fast action. You know the action that you need to take. Taurus, despite any concerns you may have, I am in control of this situation. The triumph of will in a difficult circumstance. So yes, you have strong will, Taurus. You're going to take control of the situation. Seven of Swords is, sevens again are reflection and assessment. So you've been needing to reflect and assess the things in your life. These Seven of Swords, in this moment, all possible, okay, sorry, that was not the right one, sorry. So this Seven of Swords is, who is the thief and what exactly is being stolen? Someone has taken something. Stepping lightly through the mist, a young thief steals away with a bundle of swords. Her colorful clothing contradicts her stealthy movements. She is not properly garbed for melting silently into the shadows. One wonders what she was thinking. Glancing backwards, she has the impression that the eye crowning the door behind her is watching her, marking her actions. The building represents society. She is outside of society, at least right now, yet it sees her and judges her. Perhaps That is why she is dressed so strangely. She is asserting her uniqueness, her separateness from the group. Even if the swords are hers, even if she is simply refusing to participate in society, society does consider that a theft, a weakening of the whole. Being an individual, being true to yourself, is important. It is part of our spiritual journey. However, if the thief shows up in your reading, consider your motivations. What are you taking away with you and why? Is it for the greatest good? Who are you hurting in the process? Is it really a step forward in your journey? Unfortunately, in basic terms, this card also represents something else, taken something that belongs to you. Okay, so you obviously were unhappy. Things were taken up, maybe your time was taken up, maybe could have felt like not equal give and take in certain situations, Taurus, but you know what it is. If this is resonating with the Taurus I'm speaking to, you know what it is that's not sitting so right at this present time. You definitely know where you need to go. If it's simply you taking your own personal individuality back and making time for yourself and no longer making time for balancing of the things that were like a misuse of your time, I want to say. Like, I don't know, like this is something that should, if it's resonating with you, it's something you should know. Alright, let's get something on the Two of Pentacles, this balancing. This balancing for Taurus. Balancing for Taurus. The Ace of Pentacles. So it's like you're trading up the two for the one. Like, the Ace of Pentacles is, ones are all about like, aces are basically new beginnings. And here, this Ace of Pentacles is how does it feel to hold the potential of the world in your hand, an opportunity for prosperity. So, you're balancing for your prosperity. And the Seven of Swords for the wheel just means you need to let go of the things that are not yours so that you can reclaim the things that are yours. That's what I think I'm seeing here. Give me something on Judgment and let go position for Taurus. And the Four of Swords and the Tower popped out. So you need to let go of this Tower. Whatever didn't go right with the Seven of Swords, like some sort of thievery or negative occurrence where it's like you didn't feel like you just knew something was not right with something. And now you're willing, you know what it is, it's in a no position, so now you're willing to move away from it with the Chariot. And now the Two of Pentacles, you're balancing for your Ace of Pentacles, your new start, your pure amazing luck in the physical world, this new opportunity you want to take. Now you're worried about judgment, you're worried about, is this the right call to make, is this the right thing I should do? And the Four of Swords feels like a bit stagnant. It's like you're needing to kind of lay down and kind of take a break, take some much needed new perspective of the world. It's like you need to kind of like take a retreat and kind of think about, okay, what has been happening now? Where was I going, and where do I want to go, and what's the directions? What are the options I have to take? Is what you should think, maybe, for yourself. This Four of Swords, don't be misled. That is a lot harder than it looks. Respite from troubles. In this picture, there's a bird watching over the man while he's taking a rest, and it looks like these three swords are going to come down on him, but he has a sword. He's not bound to the bed. Like, he can get up any time and continue his journey. He's just sort of taking a break. The problems will continue to exist, but you'll be able to see them with different eyes. Ravens don't generally enter a space if swords are flying around. When this card shows up in the reading, remember to still the sword, still the mind. The problems will continue to exist, but you'll be able to see them in different eyes. So and the Tower is major arcana, so it's like if you don't heed your higher self and your intuition, there's going to be another upsetting thing that could happen. And that's what you're worried. You're worried, like, about that. So it's like, but if you're staying and traveling towards where you're really supposed to be, you have nothing to really fear from. Whether things come or go, it'll be for your highest good. Sometimes towers are meant to happen, and sometimes they can be avoided. It really just depends on our actions and what we do. If it doesn't kill you, it makes you stronger. Unexpected event that changes everything. So, I know Taurus, you're an earth sign. You tend to live your life without too many, like, rough types of quick action changes. Like, so maybe you could be going through a changing and challenging kind of time, and that can feel a bit unsettling, but it's all part of the process. This is all meant to kind of like fuel you to your greatness, to kind of get you on track, to kind of move you to the place you're meant to be. And you don't know the rewards that place will come with until you get there. So you just have faith that it's going to be great, because then we set that intention for greatness and our highest good, and then that resonates within us and attracts more of that. So, your Starseed card is a light worker. Double mission. Light worker, Starseed. Serve the world by being you, Taurus. Light worker starseeds are mission and purpose-oriented. Many have the feeling that time's running out and that there's something they came here to do, create, or contribute. They're here to grow as souls individually, individual mission, and also to contribute to the planet in some action-oriented way, collective mission. The collective mission is often answered through a career calling, or by devoting their life to something bigger. Until they remember their collective mission, it can feel as if something's missing, or that they're forgetting something important. It's common for lightworker starseeds to feel that they're different, and that they may carry soul memories of being visible or sharing their voice. As such, they may protect themselves by dimming their light, in order to fit in by spending time in some sort of closet, such as a spiritual closet. If you pull this card, you're being called to remember your collective mission and step into it even more fully. You're being remembered that your role as a light worker is to light up the world with your presence. This doesn't have to be a great big thing or a decision you need to make. You also don't need to have a great big plan. If you resonate with being a light worker, all you need to do is work out what lights you up, your passions and joys, and keep doing that. When you trust and follow the simple path of things that light you up, and then lose yourself in the doing, you'll light up the world without even trying, Taurus. So the Starseed Soul Inquiry: how can you serve the world by being you? How can you serve the world by being you, Taurus? What are some things you can do that really make you feel alive and creative and talented, and like, what are some things that you can do in your life, or implement some sort of new thoughts, some sort of new kind of thing for yourself, or whatever thing you're doing, maybe you're going to redefine it and do it in a different type of way. There's so many possibilities, Taurus. And with that, thank you so much. And I hope you Tauruses have a great night. And I'll see you next time. Hello, Virgo. Hello, Virgo. We're going to do a 3-card growth and release spread with clarifying cards from the Steampunk Tarot. I'm going to do a Starseed Oracle card to top it all off. So how are you doing, Virgo? Virgo, growth and release for January 2022 for their highest good. I have Virgo in my moon chart, or my birth chart, the position of the moon. Justice. Virgo, growth and release. Too many cards. Virgo, growth and release 2022, January for their highest good. And a Starseed for Virgo, growth and release, reading January 2022, the highest good. You're not alone. Isolation, physical connection, community. Aw, that's perfect, Virgo. You're not alone. Isolation, physical connection, community. In the no position, we have the Three of Swords. And threes are creativity and nurturing. So you know that there's something that you're wanting to nurture. There's some creativity that you've been holding within inside yourself. The misuse of tools can lead to a mickle mess, sorrow caused by knowledge. So there's been some things, some swords jammed into your heart, like you're just feeling not as creative or happy as you used to in some way. It's a lot of time of reflection, like healing the heart chakra. Experiencing the Three of Swords is never fun. When your heart is stabbed, no doubt there will be pain. The wounds will heal, but even still, things will never be the same. However, lessons will be learned, truths will be revealed. Understanding will occur. This card marks a sad time, but as with all experiences, you have the ability to determine how you will think about it, experience it, and ultimately fold it into your worldview. So yeah, get those swords out of your heart. It's a choice to stay muddled, to stay, like in this Three of Swords, it's like a clockwork, a mechanical heart, and these swords are like getting in the way of the timing. And the spotlight is always on this Three of Swords, so it's hard to see how deteriorated the environment is getting as a result of the inner turmoil. So remove those swords and connect to a higher vibration to attract a better time for yourself, Virgo. And in the growing position, we have Justice. And Justice is a major arcana card. When we think of justice, it's like we want personal justice, justice over a situation. We want things to work out. We would like that sometimes. We want things to work out for our highest good, and that's sort of what justice is. You play the hand that you were dealt. The way you play it will determine your next hand. So you did whatever you could at that time. You played the hand that you were dealt. The way you play it will determine your next hand. And then the way you play that will determine the next hand, so on and so on. The consequences of your actions are at hand. Okay, so basically, if you keep denying your heart, if your heart keeps staying broken, not expressing yourself properly, it could muddle over into your karmic justice of your life. On here, in the card, we see a scale and we see a bunch of heavy jewels, and then it weighs the same as a feather, and the feather represents a bunch of tarot cards she's dropping down towards the feather, so it's fluttering down, and all those ideas are worth just as much as the glittering jewels on the other side. So if you're manifesting things in such a way where you're not really feeding your passion, your heart, you're not really following that thing that makes you you, that the talents, the skills, the stuff that really can really help you, you're sort of, well, potentially, this resonates with you, Virgo. This potentially could affect your manifestation. It's like the jewels will follow your brilliant ideas, your bliss, your happiness. Like, that's worth all the money. Like, the good things will come to you in the physical world, along with your growing awareness. So you're going to grow your wealth, and you're going to grow your awareness and your consciousness so that you can really make the most of your time and who you are, Virgo. And the Ten of Pentacles in the let go position. Tens are completion. So and they lived happily ever after, stable and abundant life. So perhaps you have had some sort of happiness in the past. Like perhaps you need to let go of this broken-hearted view of it. Whatever Ten of Pentacles completion you've had in the past, it was worth it to get to where you are now. And the things that you know about that, maybe that's what you need to let go of. You need to let go of the things that broke your heart about your past, about that, so that you can really have that Ten of Pentacles. You need to let go of the things that are weighing you down so you can have that stable and abundant life. The shadowy secret of this card is that tens are endings. The promise of abundance has accumulated here. Once it has been paid, another card must be dealt. For life is a cycle and nothing remains the same. When you get this card, you know now what it means. But what is the advice? Enjoy, be grateful, take photos, journal about your life right now. Store this time in your heart. You'll be able to find strength and comfort from it in less blissful times. So I think it's speaking to, you're going to be experiencing some sort of ending, and it comes with a bit of pain, and you know it. So why not just enjoy it? Just enjoy life's experiences. It might seem a bit masochistic, but sometimes it is the greatest turmoil or upheaval or endings or change or towers or deaths, and sometimes all those spiritual terms are hinting towards, if there's no space, it's like sometimes things get knocked down so that there's the space to build anew. So you've had a Ten of completion. To get the next Ten of completion, you're going to have to let go of the qualms of the past, brokenheartedness, so you can travel lighter. See how the ideas and the happiness and the feather weighs the same as the physical world, the money that you gain from it, but it's lighter to focus on these aspects than solely chase coin. If that makes sense, Virgo? So follow your bliss, Virgo. Let's get a clarifying card on the Three of Swords. The Emperor. So you could have been brokenhearted about this Emperor, or you could be realizing that you have an Emperor energy. Give me something on justice. Six of Wands. Give me something on the Ten of Pentacles. Yeah, Three of Wands. Okay, so yes, this is making sense. So right here, the Three of Swords, so in the no position, we have this Emperor paired with the Three of Swords. And the Emperor is another major arcana. If I can find him. Emperor, there we are. Nature provides us with great bounty once a year. I make sure we have something to eat every day, creating order and stability. So, number 4 carries a strong symbolic punch. The line separating the positive and negative aspects of the 4 can be a thin one. Watch for other 4s showing up along with the Emperor. The 4 of Cups, the 4 of Pentacles would skew the meaning towards a stagnant and stifling energy. The 4 of Wands, the 4 of Swords help lighten the natural solidness of the Emperor. The Emperor is associated with fathers, fatherhood, and authority figures. No, we don't have any 4s. So yeah, this is a transitory time. It's not going to be forever, so enjoy it. And whatever small enjoyment that does come from it, enjoy that. Don't focus on the brokenheartedness. Creating order and stability. Sometimes you got to, during the winter, the Emperor puts a bit away. He doesn't really engorge all summer because he puts it away so that he's got some for the winter. So maybe that could come with a bit of brokenheartedness over Or you could be brokenhearted because they're so into their way that it doesn't leave room for you. Maybe it's just saying that you gotta kind of have your own sort of dependency on yourself. Like take hints from this emperor and try to like cultivate your own happiness in such a way where you don't need to rely on always the spring or summertime. Like you got something all year long. Like that's very much what a spiritual daily practice is. Like meditating or just kind of doing something that makes you feel good. Anything that's going to relax you or make you feel productive and or relaxed is a great start. And in the growing position, the Six of Wands. And the Six of Wands is all hail the conquering hero. So you are going to succeed, Virgo. Recognition of achievement. If this victorious hero parades into your reading, prepare to be publicly recognized for an achievement, or perhaps you'll be part of the crowd. If so, acknowledge the accomplishment and realize that this is a strength. That this strength, will, and determination is available to you as well. Tap into it, use it, and soon you'll be riding in the place of honor. It will be your turn, Virgo. You just sort of got to enjoy the time that you're in order to, and in this let go position, Three of Wands, it's all about attracting your happiness. So let go of the broken heart so you can attract your happiness. That's what it's reminding you of, that you've let go of it. You've let go of your Ten of Pentacles and your Three of Wands in the past. You've sacrificed it to do what this Emperor energy outside of you wanted. And now you know, you might have had some negativity towards this Emperor, but really this Emperor just kind of showed you how to be. And yeah, it didn't benefit you, but it's that Emperor system for that Emperor. Like, you got to be your own sort of Emperor. So whether you witnessed and felt an Emperor or you are a growing Emperor, you got to realize that you are very much your own creator and manifester in this lifetime. Six is communication, problem solving. So you're going to be communicating with the things and people that you need to, and you're going to problem solve along the way, and that's going to lead to your victory with the Six of Wands. And the Three of Wands, because threes are all about creativity and nurturing. So again, if this creative and nurturing in the no position, what you're focused on is just like, oh, it's Three Swords of negativity. What it's trying to get you to focus on, you've let go of the fact that you have Three Wands that are lighting the way. This is my credo. Clarity of vision, strength of will, and unshakable determination. And yes, it is working for me. Active waiting, and this hints to manifesting. Being happy when there's nothing to be happy about. Just having faith. Like, faith just knows it's going to come. It's almost like a bit of boldness. It's like spiritual boldness. It's like, I already believe I have it, so I'm going to allow myself to be happy now. And that's what will bring you the thing you want. Come together, creating an irresistible magnet, attracting precisely what you want. When the Three of Wands visits you in a reading, you can be sure that your efforts are nearly ready to pay off. If you are wondering where your ship is, this card is letting you know that you should focus and increase the flame of your will to hurry your ship home. It takes tremendous energy to reel in a big fish. So there you go, Virgo. You really got to believe in yourself. Put your efforts internally, you know? Take a note from that Emperor. That's what I think I'm seeing here. And you're not alone. Isolation, physical connection, community. Like, it might seem like not everybody gets you or understands what you're going through, but you're not alone. There are people, like, what is it, 7 billion people on the planet? Like, there's gotta be people that understand you. Like, so get out there and Parade around your victory. Parade around the happiness that you have, your talents, your goals, your wishes, your dreams. Show that to the world, and you'll get more of that in return. You're not alone. You're not alone, Virgo. You're not alone. Isolation, physical connection, community. The older the soul, the deeper the cave. Many starseeds and old souls enjoy their own company. Spending time alone can be comforting and necessary for their vitality, as it shows them to commune with their soul and fill up their energetic resources, especially if they have an underactive or open root chakra, or find it hard being human. I get that. Many starseeds find it more nourishing to retreat than to spend time in their meaningless conversations and relationships. However, we must remember that we're not here to go about this life alone. Humans are pack animals, and we need the love, company, and support of others, both emotionally and physically. In our increasingly online world, we can be connected to more people and yet feel more alone and isolated than ever. There is still so much we don't know about the energetic side effects of things, like social media, with so many people knowing our news. What is it doing to our auric field? Commonly, we find ourselves in constant conversation, yet lacking the genuine connection of physical community and touch. And the main message of this card is to step out of your cave and physically reach out to those in your life. To replenish when you need to, but not isolate yourself. This could be seeing friends and family who live nearby, or having a regular catch-up, walk with someone. In what ways can you open yourself up to the people who are physically in your life? Those who truly know. Those you truly know. Those you truly know, Virgo. Starseed Soul Inquiry. How can you reach out to the people in your life physically, Virgo? Okay, so that makes sense. Like Virgos, they tend to be a little bit misunderstood. Like they can come off sort of blunt and unemotional, and they say a lot of stuff. Like they're really good with words, and they're always, like they're so practical. Like they usually are very considerate and accommodating of people, but not always in that made up sort of easy to digest way. And because of that, they often get misunderstood by their intentions. So perhaps you've been just doing a lot of work in places where it's like you're not going to be valued, and that's what's leading to your broken heart. Like, so it's saying, like, get in touch with your ideas, your personality, and who you are. Virgos are great at, like, cultivating a sense of personal perfection, even though they know themselves that they can't ever be perfect, like perfection doesn't exist, but yet they have the energy in which they can understand a level of perfection that they can achieve, so they are going to achieve it. And often they hold others to that level, like you need to be more perfect or more conscientious of yourself, when that can't really be always. So be careful of being the emperor and trying to enforce stuff on others, because you're not really going to be able to control others. You're only going to really be an emperor to yourself, control yourself. Otherwise it'll lead to more like swords in the heart. So we want to be constantly in our bliss, like doing the things we know we can, riding our own victory horse down the street of success with the Six of Wands. Calculating our own personal justice, like what's good for us. Virgo, and like I have Virgo my moon, so like my emotional side. And Virgos tend to not seem so emotional as being more of an earth sign. They're more flexible considering they're an earth sign, but they have all the power of earth, but yet they are flexible. So sometimes Virgos can kind of be hard on themselves because it's like they think they're not as grounded as they actually are. They're just grounded in a different way, if that makes sense. So yeah, allow yourself to analyze and weigh and perfect certain art forms or ideas so that you can attract this Ten of Pentacles, the life you want, Virgo. And it can be exactly what you are wanting. It's just you have to wait. You can't have it all right away. You can work at it daily, but only do enough work daily that you can actually handle. Don't expect to just get it done in 2 weeks and then you're exhausted. Like, take that time to really slowly, actively wait for your ships to come in. That's what the Three of Wands is hinting at. So, Virgo, that's what I have for you. I hope you enjoyed that. It seems to be a beautiful reading for you. And I will see you next time, Virgo. Thank you so much for joining in. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Thank you guys so much. Going to timestamp for you guys. Hello, Capricorn. Oh, I ripped my thing. Hello, Capricorn. Rips my thing. Hello, Capricorn. So I'm going to do a 3-card growth and release spread for Capricorn, January 2022, for their highest good. And that was fast, Cappy. That was really fast. I just flung out there. Let's go with it. Let's go with it. I was shuffling way too long for the other videos. So, I'm going to also do a Starseed for Capricorn, Growth and Release 2022 for January for their highest good. I drew that card last time. I'm not doing a repeat in one video. What are the odds? It was the one Virgo had. You're not alone. You're not alone, Cappy. You're not alone. Go back and watch Virgos. The end of Virgos. If you want to know what that card meant. Water your garden, nourishment, body care, tenderness, rest. Okay, I'm going to go with that, Capricorn. I'm going to go with that. All right. I didn't realize this before. I've known a lot of Capricorns in my life. I've had friends that were Capricorns. My stepmom's Capricorn. My youngest sister's a Capricorn. just a lot of Capricorns. I didn't realize I actually had a chunk of Capricorn in my chart. Like, it's not in my main placements, but in like secondary houses and stuff, there's like a chunk of Capricorn. So I never really knew that about myself. But Capricorn usually takes a hint. Like, it focuses on its other placements, so any other type of sign that's in your chart, a Capricorn will kind of use those energies more because they're really ambitious. So they'll kind of use those energies. So that's why Capricorns can be very, even though they're earth sign, very stable, they can be very hard to kind of figure out. They're more mysterious. Kind of like Virgo in that way too. Like, and Taurus, like, I mean, I guess all signs have this, this duality to them that's misunderstood, is what I'm trying to say. There's dualities there. Like with Taurus, you know, people think they're just calm and strong, and they are, but when they are riled and upset, like, they don't handle it very well because they're so used to being in a calm state, so they don't deal with stress very well. And like Virgos, as I just explained, they're kind of like, you know, they can kind of come off really blunt, and they can be good with words and stuff, and they can be very calming and considerate of others, but it doesn't always come across that way. So people can kind of be like, oh, you're unemotional, or you're cut and dry, or you're analytical, or, you know, Virgo can be misunderstood in that way. And Capricorn is misunderstood in that way where it's greatly influenced by Saturn, and in a way where it's like the strict father and you know, the ambitious son. It's like this sort of tough love is what it is. Capricorns are all about tough love. They might deliver things in a very kind of tough way. Like, it's sort of like a rougher kind of handling than say maybe like a Pisces would. And that's so weird. Like, I have Virgo and Pisces, like, more gentler. Well, actually, no. See, that's what I'm trying to say. Virgo can actually be very innocent and sweet within themselves, but they show a more, they keep such a rational expression. They don't really express a lot, so people can think, well, you're not really that emotional, like, and caring, as say like a Pisces showing that emotion. It could be all over the place. But yeah, anyway, I'm just gonna get out of that. But yeah, I just thought that was interesting to say before we get started. Just thought I'd talk for a little bit to give some extra time, since the shuffling didn't take so long. So 10s are all about completion, ending a cycle. And right now we have the 10 of Wands in the no position. So Capricorn, you know what these 10 passions are. You know what this burdensome, heavy load is, or why you've taken up this heavy load, or why you're carrying it, or why you're doing all of this. If I can find the ones. Okay, here we go. There we go. What is more burdensome? The past that is known, or the future that is unknown? Carrying a large burden or many burdens. What is more burdensome? The past that is known, or the future that is unknown? When this card turns out, it quite simply describes a burdensome time, but do not be distracted. There's nothing simple about it, and there's much for you to learn now. Although this is not the most pleasant of experiences, you should not be surprised by anything, as it is of your own design. An honest look at your own actions will show you exactly how you came to this place. The 10 of Wands invites you to use that knowledge to light your way as you move ahead in your life, and to tap into the strength you've developed along the way. You may not be thrilled with the present, but you can make good use of it to ensure that your future is more to your liking. Okay, Capricorn? And then in the growing position is the sun. That's a major arcana card. Like the sun is, you gotta say more. Like sometimes as being Capricorns, the sun placement is like far away and it can seem like you're in a perpetual winter within yourself and you're okay with that. Or whether you're okay with that, you just sort of, from childhood, just learn to deal with it. Whether your childhood was good or bad, Cappies tend to just have rough childhoods, just a rough time at like coming into their own. And because of that, they make way more successful adults. They really kind of work through the energies and the people and the things during childhood that they like and don't like to such a steadfast, ambitious degree that by the time they come into adulthood, they usually are remarkably unique individuals. And now in your life, you could be understanding that the growing sense of the sun in your life. Dance with me. Why? Because life is amazing. Clarity that brings joy. Tarot authors share Tarot authors share some qualities with Victorian writers. The tendency towards verbosity being one of them. The trait, coupled with the demands of book construction and editors, both of which value consistency, means that we authors tend to say more about this card than is absolutely necessary. After all, if we only wrote a few lines for the sun compared to several paragraphs for the other cards, it wouldn't be fair to the sun. And worse, it would be inconsistent. The truth is that the sun is a very simple card. The sun symbolizes solar wisdom, a conscious understanding. We all know that knowing something can be either good or bad. That knowledge can make us either happy or unhappy for some other emotion. There is a reason they say, for example, the truth hurts. And if you don't want to know, don't ask. The knowledge of the sun card, though, is joyful. If you ever felt so happy that laughter bubbled out of you, then you've experienced the sun. In those moments, it seems like there is no real reason for such happiness, but there is. When I said the sun was a simple card, perhaps I should have said that the experience of it is very simple. The reasons are complex. What happens is that everything in the universe lines up perfectly, and you experience this moment of crystalline clarity. You are connected to a million different definable ways to the universe, and it feels amazing. When we see this interconnectedness in this card, the male and female elements are dancing together. The rational self, the sun, and the intuitive self, soul, the dog, are both present and shining. The creations of man, wall, and nature, flowers, sunflowers, exist in harmony. Everything is, at least for this brief moment, utterly and completely perfect. When this card shines in your life, it promises happiness and joy based on truth and understanding. Its presence uplifts all the other cards and makes everything just a little bit better. If you are looking for a yes or a no as part of your reading, the sun as well as the aces are usually reading as clear yeses. The sun card can also represent a full year if you are looking for timing. And it is associated with birthdays, which are referred to astrological circles in your solar return. So pay attention to your astrological birthdays, all the energies in your chart. Like really make use of the energies, which is what Capricorn excels at. So maybe it's just a reminder that there's going to be a lot of good things coming to you, Cappy, in this year, 2022. And all these sunflowers are going to be facing each other and shining and facing the sun. Like, it's just happy, and, you know, rational and intuitive elements are coming together beautifully. You might have had these burdens, but you carried them for a reason. It's in the no position. You know the burdens you're working on, Cappy. And you can be so ambitious and a great multitasker that baffles a lot of other people. The way you can use the other elements in your chart and signs. It's just amazing. Like, that's what I'm saying, Cappy. Like, you have every reason to be happy, but yet you'll be humble enough to feel that you aren't. And that's from the harsh influence of Saturn, the strict father, being like, it's never good enough, son. Work harder, work harder. It's sort of like Saturn is tough love. And it's going to bully you the same way that Capricorns can be a little bit of a bully, you know, in that way, where it's like they're stubborn and they like to kind of be ambitious and force their ways into places in confident ways. Like, this is a very positive aspect of Capricorn. This is what makes them so successful. But like I said, the misunderstood duality of the earth signs is that they come with a certain consistency in one area. They also come with this, and that makes sense. Like, Capricorn has such a strong energy, they themselves are unaware. They're so hard on themselves that they give themselves that tough love, so that translates into giving others that tough love, because they know that they can do it. It's like very much like the protective, loving father. Like, he doesn't want to help them too much because he wants them to do it on their own. And that's why Capricorn feel like the absence of the sun in their life. But the sun is there. It's just, Cappy, you just gotta take a break and just allow the sun to come in. Allow yourself to relax and enjoy the more subtle parts of your astrology charts. Like, allow yourself to take breaks and not be so hard on yourself. Like, allow that sun to shine. And then the let go position is the Empress. And the Empress is birthing, creations, where you're looking for a mother figure, abundance and creation. Queen Victoria held many titles, including Empress of India, throughout her reign. Her actual role changed. Towards the end, she was almost more of a figurehead than a political leader. She symbolized an era, a way of life, and a tribute to the process of the human spirit, as it was understood at that time. She was much more than a worldly leader. Likewise, in this card title, Empress implies a political role. However, this card's true focus is the laws of the natural world and the physical manifestation in tarot decks. She is often likened to Mother Nature, and the picture in the outdoor setting, Queen of the Floral and Fauna. Here we scratch a little below the surface of this serene image and access more primal aspects of the Empress. Instead of the verdant green of nature, we have the rich red of passion, blood, and life, cycles of life and death, of creation and destruction, of flower and seed, of the moon and seasons, are intimately connected to the Empress's pure view. As indicated by the sign of Venus as the pillow at her side, she is purely feminine power. All circles, curves, extremes, and sensualities. In contrast, quite beautifully with the Emperor. Her hands indicate the root of her power. Her right hand rests on her belly, showing us that everything she creates is part of her and comes often. Painfully from her very core. Her left hand holds the heat, flame, and spark of magic, a deep connection with the very being of the universe. The appearance of the Empress promises abundance in your life. She heralds a time of creativity. You are encouraged to tap into this energy and to use it to positive advantage in your life. However, there is something very important to keep in mind while considering the art or the act of creation. Our Empress, our Mother Nature, may manifest ultimately as a calm pastoral scene, a charming field, or a lush garden, but the soul-restoring environments were built on endless births and deaths. The process isn't always pretty. A baby may be born, the painting may emerge on the canvas, or a story may be told. It all comes from the heart of your creative being. As it fights its way into this world, expect a little bit of mess. The Empress is often associated not with just with Mother Nature, but also with mothers and motherhood in general. This card can indicate your own mother. It can also indicate pregnancy, especially if the Ace of Wands is also present. So, you birthed some creations in many different ways, symbolized by the Ten of Wands, completion, birds. So you're learning to release and sort through and let go the cycles of what that was. Look to the Venus pillow that represents Venus. So whatever your Venus horoscope sign is in, look to that to hint towards how to fill your heart chakra and put more sun back in your life, to grow that. But I think you're going to be birthing things in a whole new way. You're looking at the mother as, you don't have to be neat and perfect all the time. Like, as a Capricorn, you don't always have to obey the father. Like, you can sometimes understand it's okay to make a mess, you know, to birth new creation, to be an amateur in a new field, you don't always have to be what you think you have to be, so to speak. Trying to make this relate for Cappies, but for Capricorn, I'm going to give you some clarifying cards right now. So give me something on the Ten of Wands. Something on the Ten of Wands, Cappy. Capricorn, 2022, January, highest good. See, you know you've had a Ten of Cups burden, but you know you've had a Ten of Wands burden, but now you have this Ten of Cups, Capricorn. You know that there's Ten of Cups that came with it. You've had a full load, and you've had a full life of love, and you know that, and now you're just ready to grow in the sun. Like, wow, it's almost like Cappy had 10 miseries and 10 blisses. It's like you're so balanced. And that's why the sun is shining on you. You have this canvas of light and dark. And you're going to birth such beautiful things out of that. Give me something on the sun, Capricorn. Give me something on the sun, Capricorn. Oh, whoops. That was a lot of cards. I seen Queen of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles, so there's wealth coming in. Queen, there's cardinal fixed elements, Ace of Cups, Two of Wands. So you're going to have a growing amount of choices and opportunities. duality and balance. That's what I think I see here. I'm just going to put the Ace of Cups to represent all that. That looked right. Knight of Cups, if that means anything. So there's lots of people like coming into your life. You're going to have a full year, Cappy. Ace of Cups, lots of new beginnings. Wow, lots and lots of new beginnings. And whether stresses come with it, and good times, bad times, there's going to be commitment. You're going to have the strength, new perspectives. Lots of cards coming out here, Cappy. But you're ambitious. You want all you can get. Let's be real. Let's be real. All right. So give me something on the Empress, Capricorn. Something on the Empress for your highest for January 2022. Growth and Release. Something on the Empress. And we got the High Priestess. So the High Priestess is all about like, look. Like, they're not going to tell you. They're not going to tell you, Capricorn. No one's going to tell you how to be or what the right thing is or if you're doing it right. Like, you're so ambitious, you want that feedback from others, but you don't really need it. Just keep, your nerd side, just keep plugging ahead and it'll all come to you. And you might not always get verbal confirmation, but actions, you'll know. You'll know by the actions, the gravity of what you're creating and what you're birthing. Maybe let go of the quietness within yourself. Maybe you need to reacquaint yourself with the meditation, like the quietness of yourself. And then the Six of Wands, you'll have victory. Victory after the battle. Yeah, just a quiet, just keep birthing the beautiful things you're capable of birthing. And allow the sun to keep giving you that energy and have these new beginnings. And it's a beautiful read, Capricorn. And after me realizing how much Capricorn I have in my chart, it just makes me feel like this is right where I'm at. Because I feel like the Capricorn chunks I've had in my chart just magnified all the other positionings. And I have a very balanced amount of fixed, cardinal, and mutable. Like, I have a lot of positionings in my chart, so I've always been very balanced, but that balance doesn't just mean, oh, you're good. Sometimes it means you've had to go through those 10 wands to get the 10 cups. So it's been as good as it was bad, and maybe that's why my Virgo moon, I can seem a little emotional about other people's stuff sometimes. It's just because I'm hinting towards some sort of natural ability I have, which is like zenness. It's like sometimes the ability within yourself to not allow yourself to be affected by other people is a beautiful gift. And often a lot of the emotion that I can project, it has to come from like within. And when I generate emotion, I find that it's like I have to have the permission to generate the emotion, so I use art and stuff to do that, to express myself. I very rarely will react emotionally to a real thing with someone in my real life, like very rarely, very, very rarely. I have recently more so, but it was sort of like, well, I need to kind of like express it to see how that feels. So it's like running a little test within yourself, Capricorn. Like, that's how you get to know, okay, what are your skills? What are your limits? What are your capacities? So this is beautiful. Like, you've gone through the fire, and you've become purified. Baptism through flames. It's the fixed, cardinal, and mutable aspects of fire. All together, you've gone through them all. And that's the sun. Like, you're purified, you're baptized through the sun. Allow yourself to like literally be reborn in that beautiful sunny energy. And see everything as brighter. And looking at all this, I don't know how it can get much better for you. I really don't. Water your garden, Capricorn. Nourishment, body care, tenderness, rest. Water your garden, Capricorn. You are the most important flower in your life. You really are. Water your garden. Allow yourself to be the rarest, most beautiful flower on display. Allow yourself to really feel that way. Because Capricorn, you are. You're amazing. You're all unique. You're all individuals. Water your garden. Nourishment, body care, tenderness, and rest. Earth is a seasonal planet. And as such, you're a seasonal being. Cyclic. You can't be on and in full bloom month after month, day after day after day. You're strongly being called to put on the brakes, rest and refuel. To take a moment to restock and replenish and slow right on down. Your body is the only body you're given, and it needs to be respected as such. You're being called to take responsibility for your well-being, to put your health and body first. I know it can feel like time is running out, and as if there are urgent things that simply can't wait. However, if you keep pushing on, soon fatigue will set in. This way of living isn't sustainable. If anyone continues to race through life, eventually they will reach exhaustion, and it will take longer to recover than it would have done to rest. Immune system disorders and many illnesses are becoming more common because we're putting too much pressures on our bodies to keep up with the instantaneous pace of modern life. How are you being called to put on the brakes, Capricorn? To rest, restore, and rejuvenate. When was the last time you took a holiday or had a full weekend, day, or afternoon off? Look after your precious body and mind. Give yourself enough time to recover. When you find yourself running on your reserves, there is enough time. Life will bend towards you when you do. Okay, Capricorn, Starseed inquiry, soul inquiry. What is your body yearning for, Capricorn? What is your body yearning for, like right now? What do you need? Do you need a quick meditation with the most tranquil music? Do you need a big cold glass of water with a bit of lemon in it? Do you need a new health food that you've been wanting to try out to make your body really, really good? Or you need some sort of exercise routine to get the juices flowing and the ideas flowing? Do you need some sort of walk in nature? You need to paint a picture, do some art. I've seen on TikTok this girl who she cuts open squares of ice and she goes swimming in the wintertime right in the ice in the middle of the lakes and waters, and I just thought that was cool. It's like whatever you need, you're smart enough to find a way you can do it. You can make time for your body. Warm heat therapy, scent therapy, motion therapy, whatever kind of sound therapy, whatever's, maybe you need all of them, just like, maybe being so ambitious, you're like, you want to try them all. Well, make time, make time for slow sort of progress. Like, I know the goal isn't to just go for more. The goal is to see what really, really, really works for you inside, is what I'm getting. just because something works for someone else, don't just jump on a bandwagon. Like, really understand, like, it could just be something that's so unique that nobody does, that you think would calm you, or, you know, but it's something that you do when you were a child and that you're redoing as an adult in a different way. Just look at this beautiful card, water your garden. Like, to me, it looks like there's ice, flowers, like, it looks like it could be any season in the cosmos. So, get in a nice bath with flowers and take a nice bath. Capricorn, really wash away your woes and worries. Yes, like, I think that's what I'll do. I think after this reading, I'm going to get a nice bath. I hope you Earth signs will join me, not in my bath, literally, but will join me in the cosmos. When we're all bathing, you can imagine we're in the cosmos together, healing and nurturing. So, I hope that's beautiful for you, Capricorn. I didn't really do it. Bottom of the deck card, 2 of Cups. I've been forgetting to do the bottom of the cards for all the other signs, but that's okay. But yeah, that's beautiful. No position, we've got 10 of Wands, 10 of Cups. Grow position, we have the Sun. Ace of Cups, let go, we have the Empress and the High Priestess. So you've let go of the fact that you're this beautiful woman, you're this beautiful creator. Whether you're a male or a female, like, you just have this beautiful creative energy within you. And you've forgotten it. You've let go of it. You need to pick that back up. And you've let go of this High Priestess, like, your intuition. You're not listening to your intuition. Allow the sunshine to restore you and heal. You're probably not thinking. And this is a Venus retrograde coming onto a Mercury retrograde, so it's going to be a lot of miscommunication, as well as the love planet is taking a break and not helping us about things we love. So we're on our own to really figure out what we love at this time period. So Capricorn, you're being affected because the love is being affected right now. And it's what we're all needing to focus on, is our better part of ourselves. And that's really important. It's really important to focus on our best self. You know, you're not alone. Isolation, physical connection, community. Capricorns could be hit hard during this time period. So allow yourself to get the rest you need. Don't allow the craziness of the whole world to affect you in ways that are beyond your control. Like, you have control over yourself. Like, doesn't matter what the world's doing. Allow yourself to be happy and confident in your own skin and be an individual. Because that's ultimately what people admire about you, Capricorn. So, with that, thank you, Capricorn, for joining. Like, subscribe, share, comment, and thank you so much for your time. I'm just going to end the video now with a nice little meditation, and then I'll see you guys next time. thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.